Hey guys, I was going on a walk and figured I'd just share the view. I just wanted to make a quick video, just an update on my studies, and I'm doing this video because, I know when you get revelation and stuff like that, and there's just so much information, and most people don't receive it because you have to read like the whole books to understand where it's coming from, but anyway, so I've been studying the book of the Cave of Treasures, and I've decided to put that down because it's taken me to the first and second book of Adam and Eve. The Cave of Treasures goes all the way to Christ on the cross, and I'm just fascinated when I'm reading about Adam and Eve, and going in the first and second book of Adam and Eve, which is highly detailed. I find everything to be confirmed, so I'm just going to read that book and try to digest all that information first. Also, in the book of Cave of Treasures, the mainstream version that we have on the internet, that we buy on Amazon or in the bookshelves or whatever, is actually taken from only one manuscript. And if you read the text, whoever translated that is using the Book of the Bee as a crutch. And, I'm not wholly familiar with the Book of the Bee, but, like that video I did this morning, right off the bat, there's serious doctrinal error in there. So I was, I read the preface in the Book of the Cave of Treasures because, it's translated through a Greek lens and all that kind of stuff, but apparently there's an older translation of the Book of the Cave of Treasures, which is taken from like 4 or 5 manuscripts, and it's very rare. It's from back in the 1800s. I did look it up, and apparently one person reprinted that guy's work, independently from like Lulu or whatever. It's like a $50 book, so I have to get it when the month turns, and so that should be really interesting to compare these two works, these two translations, and really decipher. I don't know. So that I'm putting the Book of the Cave of Treasures on hold. I'll be listening to the audiobook, but I'm going into the first and second books of Adam and Eve. Already, I received a revelation on Seth. The Cave of Treasures gives us a general rundown on who Seth was. And we know prophetically, God's truth cannot be corrupted when you understand that his works, his patterns it's infinite, okay? So the Cain murdering Abel and then Adam and Eve conceiving Seth is a foreshadow of Messiah, okay? So it's like Satan murdering the righteous one and then uprises the Messiah. So we read of, which is confirmed in like the books of the Cave of Treasures, the books of Adam and Eve, all confirmed that Seth was a mighty man of beautiful strength and beaming light. His children were righteous, and he lived in a time where Cain's children were prospering and all that kind of stuff. And this makes sense because there are a lot of Gnostic texts which raise up the name Seth as Christ's Messiah, and it's not because they had the inspired prophetic revelation or anything like that. It's because I'm sure they knew Seth way back in the days of Adam was the shadow of Messiah. Just like Noah was born like an angel. Noah was born with all white hair, white as wool, and with eyes beaming out, and it was such a controversy. His wife accused Noah's father of sleeping with a fallen angel, but so it's pretty amazing. So I've been reading. I'm starting to read the first and second books of Adam and Eve, and I'm actually really astounded. I never really paid close attention to those books out of ignorance, and I'm astounded reading those books. They're actually very amazing. Not just like, wow, this is amazing. I'm like blindly reading like whatever. I'm just like, just the first chapter alone, it's like, whoa, is this like inspired? Because, wow. I don't know. It's very heavy, and I'm not sure I understand it all, but I mean, seriously, just the first chapter of the first book of Adam and Eve is just wow. So I just wanted to make that update in case I'll be bouncing around and stuff. All right, guys, this is the view. I'm at what's called the Jackie Onassis Reservoir. This is probably one of the nicest views in Manhattan. The camera doesn't do it justice, but you come here, and in New York City, you could be here alone. Surprisingly, not many people come here, and we just walk all the way around. It's really beautiful. So, all right, guys, good night. Thanks.